right, hello everyone. So today we've got a algebra question, as you can say. Convert the following decimals into fractions. So we've got the following, and basically this is a pretty straightforward procedure. And here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to have some steps here, 3 steps mainly. Number 4 is really optional. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So what we're going to start off with is, let's start with the first decimal that I wrote, 0.31. And we're going to go to step 1 here, which is move the decimal place enough times to the right to make a whole number. So in our case with 0.31, I would move the decimal place 2 places. And yeah, we will make this whole number 31. So that's what part 1 says. Part 2 says as follows. Count the number of places you move the decimal place. So it was just 2. If you want, I myself would I need to write things like that because I forget them. So 2 places. And step 3 says as follows. Take your whole number and put it over 1 with zeros. The number of zeros is the same as the number of decimal places moved. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a fraction. You would take basically a 31, your whole number, put your fraction symbol. You're always going to have a 1, and you're going to put 2 zeros because you moved it over 2 places. Okay, and step 4 is reduce the fraction if needed. So with step 4, we don't need that here. 31 over 100 will not reduce, so it will stay as is. Okay, so let's take a sec to practice this again with another problem. So maybe if I would suggest you pause this video and practice yourself with this. I'm going to go ahead and solve this now. So I'm going to take 0.458 and move it over 3 times. So you get 458. That's step 1. Step 2, I moved over the decimal place 3 places here. And step 3, I'm going to take 458, the whole number, and put it over 1 and 3 zeros. Okay. And step 4 is reduce if possible. So just an example here, what we mean by reducing, you would take my fraction 458 over 1,000. 2 will divide both 458 and 1,000. 1,000 divided by 2 is 500. And then 458 divided by 2, that looks like that would be around a 2, let me not guess it here. 458. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 2, 4. 2 goes into 5 twice. 2 times 5. So it's 229 over 500. Okay. So that is how you could reduce that fraction, by just looking at a number that divides both the numerator and denominator. And there you go. This would be your reduced value. Now for this last one here, it's different because it's a decimal, but that includes a ones place where the 2 is at, and it's got a negative in front of it. Primarily, I wanted to bring up this example because of 2 reasons. The negative, which you might have or might not have dealt with. If you haven't, don't worry about it. And the whole number. Now, the idea here works out the same way. Even though this looks different, you're going to move the decimal place over, in this case, 1, 2, 3 places. And I'm going to write my whole number, including the negative. The negative just sticks around. That's step 1. 3 places. Step 2, and then 3. I'm going to take minus 2743 and put it over 1 and 3 zeros. And can I reduce that? No, we can't, actually. That's as far as that goes. Right? There's nothing that divides both minus 2743 and 1,000. And that would be your representation. So this method pretty much applies to all decimal conversions to fractions. So again, let me just go over that. And one more thing about this last number, 2743 over 1,000, negative 2743 over 1,000, excuse me, that is an improper fraction, just to let you know. You're looking at that. All right, well, again, our steps here was you're going to look at the number of places you need to move the decimal to make it a whole number. just step 2 is just counting that. Maybe you already did that with part 1. You counted that. 3, take your whole number, and this is the most important part, and put it over 1 with the zeros. And the number of zeros, or the number of places you move the decimal place to make it a whole number. So you moved it twice, it's going to be 1 and 2 zeros. If it's 3 times 1 and 3 zeros, and then finally reduce the fraction if needed. Okay, thank you for your time. Hope this helps.